Today we have a real treat for you. We're going to be speaking with platinum-selling recording artist and American Idol winner Taylor Hicks. He's making his first appearance here on the program to talk about his musical journey, also, of course, the impact he's been able to have on his fans around the world, and then, of course, the big news that came recently about his residency in Las Vegas. We're going to talk to him about that and what he hopes his fans take away. Taylor, thank you so much for being with us today here on Conversations Live.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, this has been something that we've had listeners that have been tweeting us about and sending us messages on Facebook for Taylor, so we're really excited that you could be with us. First of all, congratulations on the upcoming performances in Las Vegas. We're going to talk about that in a moment, but I want to begin by talking about what this whole experience has been like for you. You were the big winner for Season 5 of American Idol, and since then, as I said, people around the world have fallen in love with you and your music. What has that whole experience been like for you, Taylor?
Well, it's changed my life. Obviously, going from a struggling artist and musician to being a household name. It was one of those things that I didn't take for granted because I understood understood the business, and I know how hard it is to catch that big break. And obviously, the break that I caught was one of the biggest on TV and in entertainment.
Yeah. When you think about just the sheer numbers, I know a lot of people, especially in radio, they think about the numbers. And of course, for American Idol, it's votes, over 60 million casting votes for you. And then to be able to walk away not only with the big prize, but also that sense of validation. As you were looking at that, some would say that was the beginning of the journey for you as far as this musical journey. But you have been loving music for quite some time. When did you first realize that music was something that you were interested in?
Well, I think I've always been singing as a kid, obviously singing and learning music. So it started from a very early age, and it was just one of those things where it was something that I did, and so obviously, learning instruments and playing those myself, it was kind of a no-brainer after all of that, happened, that this was the path that I was going down.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have heard, especially since we've announced about your coming on, Taylor, people have talked about the authentic nature that seems to come from you, that you are real for them. How important has that been for you to, in spite of the fame, in spite of the recognition, as you said, the life-changing event that was American Idol, how important has it been for you to remain true to who Taylor Hicks is as a person?
Well, I think it was a lot of early planning. I mean, as a kid, I had a vision about becoming, an artist, an entertainer, and to a certain degree, famous. And so when you thought it all along, and it happens, it's really easy to be yourself.
And is that what you feel like you have been able to share then with others, Taylor, that have been following you, maybe not even those that are interested in singing per se, but just in being true to what their vision is? Do you think that's what they are also taking away from you, that if you were able to do it and remain true to yourself, then they can do it too?
Oh, I think there's no doubt. I think that when you're talking about, business, when you're talking about, your relationships that you have, whether they be family or personal relationships, entertainment, people that are around you can tell if you're being true to yourself or not. So I think, as long as you are true to yourself, I think you ultimately, in some form or fashion, you will be able to, for people to understand that and take that with them and let them be their self. So I agree with what you're saying.